Hey guys, Luke here. Hope you're doing well. In this video tonight, I just wanted to talk about hair tests. So I want to clear up some misconceptions around hair tests, and then I wanted to also really talk about what the most important thing is in relation to a hair test, how you should really view it, because I think a lot of people get too caught up in certain things on the hair test that don't matter so much. Instead of just moving forward with their program. And then the second part of this video, which I record on my computer, I wanted to talk to you guys about, I just wanted to show a sample hair test. I'm going to go over what I look for first. So I'm going to show you the ratios that I look for. I'm going to show you guys the patterns that I look for, and then give you guys supplement recommendations, like basic supplement recommendations, if you have a hair test and you're not working with a practitioner, right? So like what you would take if you had, for example, a urine 4 lows with a high sodium to potassium ratio, or let's say you had a low sodium to potassium ratio, but you were in fast oxidation without 4 lows being present. So just kind of go over a hair test and then kind of show you guys the parameters of the supplements in general that I would give you. Now, this is by no means a substitute for working with a practitioner. It's very important that you work with a practitioner in general, just to get the exact dosages and to help them, mostly just to have a coach that can coach you through some of the detox things, explain to you your specific program, and work for you if you have more personalized issues too, especially, right? Because these will be just general supplement recommendations, right? Like how much zinc you should take if your NAK ratio is at a certain level and things like that, okay? But in this video, I wanted to talk about specifically, I think there's a lot of things on a hair test that people pay too much attention to, right? And they put too much mental effort into. So one of these things is just the levels of the toxic metals themselves, right? So a lot of people, they'll freak out, right, if they have a lot of aluminum or a lot of mercury or a lot of, it could be any metal, right? The same thing goes for, like, they'll go on Dr. Wilson's website and they'll read about some of the worst patterns, right? Some of the patterns that mean, generally are bad things for your health, right? Like 4 lows is one of them. People will go and read about 4 lows on Dr. Wilson's website. Step up pattern is another one. I would say those are the 2 most common ones: the step up pattern, 4 lows, and then just in general, just showing a lot of heavy metals, right? So I think it's best if you simplify the hair test, right? Not focus too much on the hair test itself, right? So you have to realize that for the most part, a nutritional balancing program is the same for everyone, okay? The only difference is what supplements you're taking. Some people need a little bit more fat and a little less carbs, but for the most part, everything stays the same, right? So you should be avoiding heavy metals as much as you can anyway, right? You should be going to bed early anyway. Everyone should be taking kelp. Everyone gets a digestive enzyme. Everyone should be eating lots of cooked vegetables, okay? Everyone should be avoiding wheat and sugar and fruit. These things that a lot of you guys already know about, right? And so I think that people get too caught up with what is specifically on their test, okay? So let's say you're showing a lot of aluminum, right? Well, if you're doing the program, you're already doing everything that you can to limit your exposure to aluminum, okay? Same thing goes with all the metals, mercury, arsenic, etc., etc. So you shouldn't be focusing too much that metal's really high, not putting that mental energy into worrying about it so much. The only thing that you should be using the hair test for really is, okay, this is where I'm at, and this is how I can move forward. At its most simplest, as far as like what you should be collecting from the hair test, at its most simplest form, really it should just be a guide, right? The hair test is like a guide on how you can move forward with your health. And that's all it is, okay? And so let's say you're in a 4 lows pattern, okay? Yes, you want to get out of a 4 lows pattern, but is it good to worry about 4 lows or to fret about how you got into 4 lows or if you'll ever get out of 4 lows? No, that's wasted mental energy. The only thing you should be using the hair test for is, okay, I'm in 4 lows. Now that means I need to do these certain things to get out of 4 lows, okay? And then if I'm doing the right things, I'm taking the right supplements, and I'm doing the rest of the program besides the supplements, I'm doing the diet, and I'm doing everything I can in my power, on the program to get out of 4 lows, then eventually, when the time is right, you will come out of 4 lows. And then whatever you come out into 4 lows into, be it, let's say you come out of 4 lows into fast oxidation with a high sodium potassium ratio, okay? Then that's what you come out into. Then, you're not attached to it. That's what you're in now. Now you need to do maybe things a little bit different, right? But basically everything else is the same. I mean, basically, the vast majority of the program is the same, right? You're just taking a different set of supplements because you're in fast oxidation now, and maybe you're eating a little bit more fat because when you were in 4 lows before, you were in slow oxidation. That's the only difference. You're eating a little bit more fat, a little less carbs, and taking a different set of supplements. That's literally it. That's the only difference between being in fast oxidation and being in slow oxidation in 4 lows, right? Same thing with like a step-up pattern, right? Okay, you're in a step-up pattern. Are you gonna sit here and you're gonna, fret about how you got into it and don't dwell on your past or anything like that? No. You're in fast oxidation if you're in a step-up pattern. Okay, so you take the supplements that are meant for a fast oxidizer. You make sure you're eating plenty of fat. You do the rest of the program that you would do regardless of what your hair test was. You need to be going to bed early, regardless if you're in slow oxidation or fast oxidation. You need to be, taking a digestive enzyme. You need to be doing coffee enemas, okay, and getting plenty of rest, regardless if you're in fast or slow oxidation. Step-up pattern, no step-up pattern. 4 lows, no 4 lows, okay? So you see what I'm getting at? So a lot of these things that people fret about or they wonder about on the program is wasted mental energy, right? The hair test is just a guide. It's just a map how to get there, okay? And then it's up to you to get there, okay? And so any sort of dwelling on, especially like if you're dwelling on how you got there, right? It's like, oh my gosh, how long have I been in 4 lows? How did I get in 4 lows? Well, you can't do anything about it now, right? You can only be in the present moment, right? You can only move forward. That's why I've made videos talking about how forward movement concept is, the concept of moving forward is more important than probably anything else in the program, right? Are you moving forward or backwards with your health? Are you moving forward or backwards financially? Are you moving forward or backwards on your life path? Okay. The hair test is just a guide to tell you how fast you're moving forward and how you need to live your life and what things you need to put into your body in order to move forward into a healthier direction, right? Because remineralizing the body is moving in a healthier direction, right? Healing your adrenals and your thyroid, moving in a healthier direction. Becoming more in tune spiritually into your surroundings, right? Those are all moving forward, on your path, right? And so don't get too mixed up and too caught up on the specifics of your hair test. Like, oh, I'm so low in zinc. Why am I so low in zinc? My adrenals are so depleted. Why are my adrenals so depleted? Okay? It doesn't matter so much. All that matters is that you understand the steps that need to be taken in order to get to where you want to go. All you need to understand is the steps that need to be taken in order to heal your adrenals. All you need to understand is the steps that need to be taken in order to increase that zinc level that's so low, okay? Instead of spending so much time wondering about why your zinc level is so low or how your zinc level got there in the first place. You understand? And so this is a very important concept, not only with how to heal yourself and how to, look at your hair test, but in life in general, right? We can't focus or dwell too much on how we got to where we are. All we can focus on is the path in front of us and what we should do in every moment in order to move in a better direction. Okay, so that's it on this part 1 of the video. I just want to talk about hair tests in general and how you should actually view them. Okay, in the second part of the video, I will go over just the test itself, right? And I'll show you guys what you'd be taking and what I look for first of all on a test and how I kind of go over a test in my mind, what I'm looking for. Okay, all right, bye.